Recording. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Explains Agent O'Clock miniseries on live coding agents with us. I am Sonam. I'm your host today. I work as a senior DevRel at Explain. And today we have Pedro here, who's going to show us how to build agents without writing a line of code. And he is going to build us and show us how to use Yahoo Finance API and build a stock trader agent. Over to you, Pedro.
Hi, hello. So, hello everyone. My name is Pedro.
Your voice is getting. There
Okay.
we go. Okay, better now.
Okay. Okay. So, hello everyone. My name is Pedro. I'm one of the engineers at the aiXplain agentic team. And today I'm going to show you how you can download and use our macOS Agent Builder. I know that after this presentation, one of the top asked questions is when we are going to have this for Windows. So I can anticipate you and say that on our roadmap, we are going to have this as a web app. But anyway, so let's get started. The idea for the presentation today is to show how you can build your agent using our macOS Agent Builder, and you don't need to understand a lot of code to be able to start building one agent. So let's start. Okay, so I'm sharing my screen. You should be able to see it. So this is the web page. You should go to download the macOS application. Let me send this link. So you just fill this, download the application. You have a lot of learning material here. This is a tutorial. This is a demo video, but we also provide tutorials. Those are the tutorials. So, and after you download it, you have to create an account at Explain if you already do not have it, and then get an API key. I can show you very quickly how to do so. So just log in. Here under your name, you have general settings, integrations. Under integrations, you can create a new API key and you can name it anything. Will be the key that you are going to use for everything that we are going to do today. Okay, so let me delete this key. And so this is the macOS Agent Builder. As soon as you open for the first time, you'll be prompted to put the API key. Okay, you'll be prompted to put the API key. You can change it here. And then, different from mine, you have no agents at all here. Those are all the agents I've built so far. So let's start building first a very simple agent just so we can understand how this works. And then we can build our financial market agent. So let's start. So here on the top right, we have the plus icon button. Okay, so yeah, okay. So here we have the, and then you can name your agent anything you want, the description, the instructions. So for our first agent, we can have, let's say, a simple translation agent. So this is a translation agent. And here we have the option to import from Explain, which allow us to search for any asset on Explain. So we can search for, let's say, translation. Okay, so we have a lot of translations model here. So let me find one. So maybe I need to find one that I can speak the language of. So let me try to search for Portuguese. Okay, speech translation. Those are speech. Uh, maybe French will do. Okay, so we can use. Okay, that should work. So we have a French model that can translate text, and here we can provide instructions and descriptions for our agents. The difference between instruction and description is that instruction is only for us humans to read. So this is what the agent is. And we can generate all of that just by clicking generate. So we generate the descriptions, the instructions can also generate by clicking generate. And we always have the most optimized instructions and descriptions. So after you selecting your assets, in this case, we just have one, but could we could select a new one. Let's say that, for example, we want some AWS model or anything like that. We could have it. For example, Stable Diffusion is a nice example, actually. Let's say that we want Stable Diffusion. We could have it instead of this one here. Or if we wanted something from Wikipedia, we could also have it. So anything that we have on aiXplain, it will work here. So you can search it. So, and after you are done with your agent, after you are happy on what you have, you can click in the build icon here, and now your agent's built. That's all that it takes for your agent to be ready to use. So now we have three different options here in the top. The first one is to deploy your agent. As soon as you build your agent it's on the draft mode. And this is something that you can see if you go down here. Those are deployed agents, those are draft agents. The only difference between the draft agent and the deploy agent is that the draft agent it have auto saving. So anything that we change here, it's automatically saved. The deployed agent, the one that is production ready, this one we need to explicitly save because this is production ready, so we cannot simply change anything. So that's the major difference between them. And one very important thing is that all draft agents vanished after 24 hours. So if you build some nice agent and you want to keep it, you should deploy it. So yeah, so that's the first option. Since I'm using Stable Diffusion, let's just even change this for draw agent so we can generate drawings. And it's nice because we'll be able to see the agent interacting with images, which is nice. So yeah. So I changed the descriptions, instructions, and all of that, and I don't need to save anywhere because it's automatically saved. So here I can click in Agent Analyzer and start talking with the agent. So let's send hello, and the agent will reply back. So yeah, that's the hello, how can I assist you today? So this is the very basic concept of the agent, like how they use the macOS Agent Builder. And here we also have the option to export, which allow us to open it to aiXplain or to have this as a Python code. I just wanted to show all of this because this is a very simple use case for our macOS Agent Builder. Now we are actually going to build our stock market agent, which is going to be funnier than this simple one. So let's start. Okay, same steps. We are going to create a new agent. So let's call this portfolio agent. So let's call this portfolio agent. Here we are, the first tool we need is the tool that allows us to fetch stock prices, like real-time stock prices. So we have some tools like that on aiXplain, but we are going to import our own tools. So one of the most amazing things about our platform and about our agentic framework is that we can onboard any Python code as a utility, and then this utility run on our own servers, and these utilities can be used by any agent. Actually, anything on aiXplain can be assets to be used in an agent. So let's start. New custom tool. And here we can even use like AI to generate code, but I'm going to open Cursor because it's easier. So yeah, so here's Cursor. And here we can do anything that we will do with Cursor, which is very nice. So we can simply provide this file and I want a single function, Yahoo Finance current stock price, um, stock price, yeah, okay. Yeah, so I asked for that simple function. And this is interesting because the LLM is going to generate, so we can kind of vibe code our own agent. And yeah, so it's basically doing, maybe I should have chosen a faster model, but let's see. And everything that we do here on cursor is synced with our macOS application. So if we change here for return 123, here we also have return 123. So yeah, let me choose a faster model. I think this one wants to think too much. Okay. Okay, so here we are generating. That's good. Okay, keep. So here we can get the current stock price, but we need to make a few changes for this to work. So I'm going to walk through all changes. First of all, the custom utilities, the custom utilities on XPlane, all of them require you to be just a single function and some very lightweight function. So the idea here is not to train models or do anything like that. And all functions on the macOS Agent Builder require to be a main function with one parameter. So we can erase all of this. And all imports needs to be inside the function. So let me erase this and have all imports here. And have all imports here. Okay. So the requests and JSON. And something that could happen, sometimes we might not have in all libraries that we need. So if you want to install any library, that's the current approach. So we first try to import the library. And if the library doesn't exist, we then install it. So import OS, and then we install it using, yes, simple pip install. Yes. So, and then we of course can import both of them, import JSON. So in case you want to use a custom package or something like this, that's the interface to do so. So let's review our vibe code coded. So basically we are making a query for Yahoo endpoint. It's a open endpoint, it's an open API, so you don't need to authenticate yourself, which is good. So we are basically getting the short information, extracting the previous close price, and returning the symbol, current price, previous close price, change in percent, currency, and the market state. So yeah, so that's all that we need for this tool. So let's save it. Okay. Now we need to specify, so stock ticker symbol. And let's call this current price fetcher. Okay, current price fetcher. So that let's upload on XPlane. Now our simple functions on XPlane. So everything that you do here is going to be executed on XPlane on our agentic framework. So and this is very powerful because you can have Python code running on cloud, and that is used by our agents. So now let's have the description. I will simply automatically generate one. Okay, okay, so that's good enough. Let's click in build agent. Now our agent is built. So let's make a very simple test. Apple price. Okay, let's ask for Apple ticker price. Okay, let's see our agent running. Okay, so the current price for Apple is $200. The previous close was this one. That was the change, a 5% increase. Here we can also see the process, so the input, the output, and what the agent did. So the agent searched for Apple, and that was the output for Apple. So that's the very basics of it. But as of now, we are not actually tracking any investments. We are just getting prices for now. The next step that we need to do is to be able to fetch historical data. So we can say, oh, I bought 400 shares at that point. Now they cost that one. How much it's my revenue, or how much did I make? Okay, so let's onboard our second tool that should allow us to fetch historical prices. So new custom tool. Here we are going again to open cursor. Let's create one more chat, still asking for Claude Sonnet. So yeah, let's ask for single function, um, single function, single Python function. Fetch stock. This is given a ticker and a date. Use Yahoo Finance Open API. Okay, so let's ask for to generate this. Okay. It's generating a lot of code. Skip this. So we have this function. As I said, all of this we need to import using our format. Let me remove this typing. Okay, so basically what we are doing, let's check the function first. So we are getting the time, creating a ticker using Yahoo API, fetch the data around that, get the historical data, find the closest data, and returning. This is actually I mean, this is not simple. It's actually doing a lot of work, but that should do. It's handling this edge case where you might ask for a day that is marked might be closed. So it's actually it's more complex than it needed to be for this demo, but it will work. So okay, let's erase this and format this on XPlain format. So we can do this by saying this is a main file. All the imports go here. So all the imports go here, and we are then using our interface, which is try to import Yahoo Finance. If we can't find, if we have an import error, then we import OS, and then OS system install Yahoo Finance. Okay, so that's it for this tool. We should be able to get ticker prices given a date. So let's close. So the date is, can even get here this or ticker. Okay. Okay. Okay, so historical price fetcher. Let's upload on XPlain. Now we have those two tools. So let's test this. Okay, so agent analyzer, let me put this, maybe here it would be better to see it. Let's ask for Apple price on 20 April 2022. Okay, so now we are going to use our second tool we just onboarded. Okay. So it was not successful. So we can try to ask again for a new date. So price on, let's say tomorrow, actually yesterday, sorry. Okay, 07 2025. Okay, and this, okay, so okay, interesting. Right. Yes, so the agent is not doing so because it's interesting. So the problem here, and this is something very nice for us to observe what's going on, is that the LLM that we use believe this date is after its training data. So this is why it's not fetching. because it's saying, okay, my training data set goes, let's say, last year. So this is the future. So it's beyond my capabilities. So let's try to avoid that by saying the current date is 0608. Yeah, it's actually 08 2025. Let's see if we can. Okay, so it's okay. That's interesting. Let's try again. Okay, so Apple stock price. Let's try 23/06 2024 2023.
Do you think it's due because of the date format, or it's just
Yeah,
lack
so
of the?
I'd say that, but yeah, that's interesting. We need to check what's going on.
Yeah,
But yeah, so in regards of tracking, it still work. You can say when you bought your shares, and it will be able to do the calculation for you. So yeah, this is a matter of debugging, so we can debug this together. So let me actually create a new tool and ask for the same thing. So this is actually very good because this is the exact process of building a agent, because it's a very iterative process. Especially when you vibe code as I did, because I didn't check
exactly.
anything. I just
Yes.
said do it and see what's going on.
Mm.
So yeah, so that's exactly what I expected. So let's try again. So using requests and Yahoo Finance, create a single function to
You're missing a
fetch.
N in finance, but I
Yeah,
think it shouldn't
yes,
matter. It
thank you.
shouldn't matter.
Yeah, it
He'll
shouldn't
get.
matter. Yeah,
Yeah.
function to fetch a historical closing price given a date and ticker. Okay, so let's try again. And this is funny because then it's going to be also a vibe coding lesson. So
Mm.
that's nice. Okay,
The
so
pros and cons of white coding.
yeah, the quicker. Okay, yes, I accepted this one.
So you're basically just copy pasting this and putting it in the agent builder, right? For the
Yes,
tool.
actually, I don't even need to copy paste. Everything is automatically synced.
Okay.
So here is like the second one. So yeah, so here's the second one, and yeah, let's see.
What do you mean
I
the
mean,
second one?
the second two we just
Oh,
created.
second tool. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry. So here it is. So let's format it very fast for our explain format. So yeah, so here now it's very okay. So now it's using requests instead of the API, which might make difference. Let's import error. Okay. Okay, if you get the import error, then we import OS, and then here we do a pip install. Although I don't think we. Okay. Yes, so okay, so let's check. Basically, we try to import all of this. If we have any error, we
Mhm.
install the request, which is the only known default one. So we get the dates, we convert to a date object, we get the timestamp of that date, we get 1 day before and 1 day after, so we generate a window of dates. So period 1, period 2, 1 day, and then we use the URL to make a request. So that's the request, that's the time of the request. We get the data, we extract the data we need. Those are those lines here. So actually, let's propagate this error this way so the LLM knows what's happening. So, okay, so that's basically finding Pose this timestamp. Yeah, it's, I mean, let's see. And something is actually very nice here is that we can try this on our own to see what happens. So let's run it. Okay. Yeah, as you can see here, we were able to run it on our own machine. So this is working. I should have done this before, but so this is working. Yeah, okay. So here we have our code. Let's close it. It's already here on the agent builder. So yeah. So actually here's the symbol and here's the date. And we can even use this as naming. So let's upload. Yeah, the name is too big actually, so fetch historical. Okay. Correct five. Right. Fetch historical. Second try, let's see. Apple is on 2023 0703. Let's see what happens. Yep. So now it's working so perfectly. So here we can see to fetch the historical for that date, and that was the output. And finally, we can use this to track our investments. So if we
So
bought, yeah.
just quick question. So
Yes.
what was the reason why it didn't work before and it worked after you wipe coded it again?
So probably something was wrong with my code, the first code
Oh,
LLM
okay, okay.
created, and I was not very diligent in
Mm,
trying to
okay,
understand
okay,
what's going on. So that's the lesson here. Like
okay.
even if you vibe code something, look at on what
Check
you are
it.
doing and what's the LLM output. So that's the difference. So now we can fetch prices from any date. So we can, let's say, if I had 20 shares of Apple since, let's use this date. How much they cost now? Uh, and what is my return of investment? Okay, so now we can finally track our investments by having to okay, so yeah, do the calculation here, which I'm going to trust in this one. So okay, this is the current price, 12 shares, so it's doing the multiplication. So that's the value, so it's valuated 11%. So this is a very simple agent. You can track investments over time by fetching prices using our macOS Agent Builder, which makes everything easy. You almost do not need to code to be able to run this. If you can vibe code, you can 100% create this. And after it's ready, you can deploy it. So you can use it anywhere. This is one of the advantages of our framework. Now this is on some endpoints, so you can call it this from any other language. You can use this, of course, on our Python SDK, but also on our Swift SDK, or by making pull requests in like any web framework. But yeah,
Pedro,
that's the yes,
can you show where you can find this agent on the dashboard now that you have
of course,
deployed?
of course. So we on Explain platform. Yeah, let me just switch to the correct team. So this one is probably Agent Builder demo. So here, okay, so
Okay.
here is Portfolio Agent. So here we have our agent, and here we have API integration, which is basically what I was describing, how to do this in Curl, in Python, and in JavaScript. If we want to chat, we can also chat with it. Yeah, or try from here. So let's say Palantir price now. So we can also interact from the platform. And yeah, so that's one of the amazing bits of our framework. Everything works from anywhere, so you can build an agent on Swift on Mac or using our macOS application, and then use it on the platform on web or using on Python. Yeah, so that's it. I think that covers all that I have for today. Thank you all. If you have any questions, you can send here. You can enter our Discord and send theirs. We are always checking our Discord and answering all questions there.
Perfect. This was really good. Um, in the audience, if you guys have any question, please feel free to chime in. And I have shared the Discord link as well as where to get the Agent Builder link in the chat. Would love for you guys to give it a shot and let us know what you think and what you build. And also to remind you, we have one slot remaining for fifth session for anybody from the community who have built any agent using Explains SDK or now Agent Builder. You can come in and showcase. Just please reach out to me via email or Discord that you want to showcase it, and we can set up a session just for you. Awesome. Um, Pedro, just quick question. Oh, share the link again. Yes, I can. This is the link for Agent Builder, and this is for you to join the Discord. There we go. Yep, no problem. Thanks for attending. If you have any questions or doubts or concerns, please let us know. We are here. And if any ideas or you think you want to build, we will be happy to discuss it. Okay. So, Pedro, I was gonna ask you, like, have you built like what's the maximum number of agents have you built in a multi-agent system?
So in a multi system, usually uh, we tend to not go beyond 6 agents. That's
Mm,
actually that's like a good minimum
mhm,
because when we build like a multi-agent system, we need to think of each agent as one tool for the other agent. So and usually agents perform well with 5 to 6 tools. So
mm,
that's the same for agents. If you have a team of agents, the central agent should manage between 6 and 5 agents at most. But of course, each one of those agents can have 5 agents beneath them, and then 5 beneath them. So you can I mean, you can compose a very big agent cluster using this principle.
okay. Have you like tried, like, how did you come to the conclusion that only 5 or 6 agents should be good enough? Like, have you tried to add more agents, and does the quality of the result or the speed gets affected?
Yeah, we can.
Your voice is going off and on. Can't hear you anymore.
Hi, hello,
Nope.
hello.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Yeah, sorry, maybe my internet's kind of strange today. But as I was saying, so on Xplain you can use up to 10 utilities. I think, sorry, 10 assets that will work. But thanks to our science team, we know through benchmarks that the best outputs is just with 5 tools, up to 5 tools. After that, we then start to see a decay in the benchmark performance. So
You mean tool or agents?
so agents or tools, what I mean is that one agent should handle like 5 at most different agents or tools, because at the end of the day, agents are can be just tools for other agents.
That's different. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm calling them tools because I think of them as tools actually. So this is why.
Okay.
But yeah.
Got it. Okay. Cool. Well, in this case, if anybody has any questions, you still have time, and if not, feel free to log off. And the recording will be shared via email after the session is done. And if you guys, there's still time if you want to showcase your agent that you have built using Explain, please reach out. We would be happy to set something up. Yeah, if not, feel free to sign off. Thank you, Ahmed. Thanks for attending.
Everyone, it was a pleasure.
Mm, Cool. I think we can sign on. Thank you, Pedro.
Perfect.
This was good. Um, yeah,
Okay, perfect. Anytime.
yeah. Bye.
Bye bye. See you.